Hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time you guys are watching this. Thank you all for joining me again on another episode of Sis It's Just Not God's Best for You Self Actualize and Shine podcast show. But I decided to do a new series for y'all because I know you'll get tired of just seeing me or whatever. So this time I have a panel. I have us ladies representing, and I have us men. Well, not us men, but we have the men here. So we're going to pick each other's brains, go back and forth, and ask questions. Like these questions like, why girls be like thirst trapping online? Like we're going to talk about that. Should men and women be friends if they're in a serious relationship with the opposite sex? We're just going to talk about it all. So buckle up, enjoy. I want to also introduce my guests, my panel. Like you guys wave to the camera, say hi. These are these are my peoples or whatever. So we're going to get into it. So this is a question for the group. I know I already introduced this kind of question or whatever, but Ken, who wants to kick it off? In a serious relationship, is it okay to have friends of the opposite sex? Why or why not?
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay to have friends of the opposite
No,
sex, Isaiah. Oh, okay. Isaiah, you go first, and then we'll have Brittany chime in with
Because
her.
like I got a homegirl right now. We was just texting. We like best friends, and she got a boyfriend. But we cool though. I don't know. I don't know. I just know boundaries, and plus I don't look at her like that. I don't know. I just get along with people to a point where it's like, yo, we just cool. I can't really explain it. I don't know.
All right, I respect that. So, Brittany, why are you saying no?
because it's just not gonna work for my relationship. I feel like it's two exceptions. Either that person's not attracted to that person at all, or that person like the same sex. Other than that, I do not believe a guy and a girl can be friends. I've never had it before. I've always had a guy say, "Oh, we can be friends," and then they want to try to holler. For me, from experience, it's just not conducive. It's a no go.
Okay, I like that. You got any thoughts, Brandon?
Uh, I mean, I think it's a slippery slope, but honestly, I think it can happen. It depends on because I've had girlfriends that I grew up with, like since from time. So it's like that relationship means something to me. But I think people know when they're crossing the line, and people know when somebody's approaching them with certain intentions. I think people try to ignore those red flags, and they just put themselves in precarious situations. So,
Hmm. Okay, and I feel like I can kind of
what about you,
combine
Cynthia? What
every.
do you think?
Well, okay, I feel like I could kind of piggyback off of what everyone says. I feel like if Brittany, what if the friend was there before they started dating you? I
That's
feel
that.
like
The only way that my man can have a friend of the opposite sex is if I look at her and say, okay, yeah, she's definitely not his type. Either she got to be butt ugly or she's gay. That's the only reason my man will have a friend of the opposite sex. That's the only stipulation, okay?
even if they was friends from childhood playing in the park in the sandbox with each other.
No, I wouldn't be like, okay, choose me or her. I'm just gonna politely step away. That's why I ask these questions. First conversation, second conversation, because I ain't about to get my feelings involved. I got to know. So,
Okay. All right. I respect that. But I guess maybe let me think. If I was in a
so would
relationship,
you allow it? Would you allow it? Can your men have a friend of the opposite sex?
I feel like I think so. If they were there before me and they're cool, like and kind of like you said, I know that there's no, but I don't want to go off of looks because that those be the ones you better watch out for because all right, he may not physically be attracted to her, but if they got a mental connection, then yeah, I guess I should be kind of worried. You know what I mean? Because I feel like conversation can kind of make a girl look more attractive in your eyes for a guy. You know what I mean? Like once you get
Well,
to
if she
know somebody else.
paralyzed from the waist down, then I'm fine with it. If you look at her and say, okay, she paralyzed from the waist down, I'm cool with it.
She
Okay.
paralyzed.
All right. But I do agree with maybe no new girlfriends, like no new female friends
Yeah,
once you're in a relationship, because it's just like I'm your female friend now. You don't need
right.
nobody else. So from
Exactly.
that point, I get it. But then maybe it's a case by case, because if it was like their friend before I got there, and kind of like Isaiah said, and like we don't look at each other in that, or the guy don't look at the girl in that kind of way. They're like brothers and sisters, and I feel like it should be okay.
So even if you like this Instagram, I mean, fine, sexy, like Megan Thee Stallion type, you okay with that? And then he leaving hard comments.
Well, okay, but to me, that's not what friends do to each other. So
they show love. They do show love on social media like that. I leave hard comments on my friends' pictures.
On your guy friends' pictures?
I don't have guy friends, but you do. I mean, if you say you're gonna accept it and you leave hard comments on your girlfriend's pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why can't he do that to his female friend? Or maybe you. Or so you saying if you do have a female friend, it's exceptions.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Man, I feel like that's obviously flirting with somebody though. You know, that's not like y'all not friends. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all playing the field with each other. That's like not a friend. Like that would be, you know, that's like clearly out of bounds. You know, so I think sometimes like people are people. Like you can't never control nobody. You just have to choose the right person. You know, and I think for both sides, women and men, when they deal with somebody, like they gotta kind of have certain confidence, but at the same time, like you said, communicate. But you know, certain things you pick up on, and I think that's obvious. Not they obviously more than friends. You a dude and a girl have naked on Instagram, you liking her picture and putting a heart emoji under it, you in a whole relationship. That's clearly, you know, out of bounds. You know, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know. Even if she wasn't half naked and she was just, I don't know. It's just something about. Suppose she's just drop dead gorgeous, and it can be a selfie picture. I'm gonna feel some type of way about it.
I think maybe if you see how they interact, I think that should be the test. Go ahead, Brandon. What was you about to say?
I mean, like the same thing you saying dudes feel that way, but it's just not voice it because that's not a man to do, you know, but everybody, people, you see what I'm saying? Like, so I think you gotta have some type of like reassurance in you and what you have with a person, you know. I think like most men, like if they're dealing with a girl and they can let them be themselves around other people, you know, like what if you going out and you like have like a nice little house party, you know, and there's a lot of nice looking people. Like, can you, like, do I have to just be up under you the whole time? Like, I can't, you know what I'm saying, socialize. Like, if you are secure with your man, like, you should be able to let him do that, you know what I'm saying, interact with people, knowing you're going to be straight. Like, you know, I think when women do that, men find that more attractive.
Okay. What you think, Brittany, Isaiah, what he just said?
Makes sense. Me personally, I actually told my homegirl this. And I just talk to her all the time. To me personally, and I did this and I changed my ways. But in a relationship, you together. But when y'all apart, you do single things. I'm explaining what I mean, right? So me and a girl is dating, we together, we kicking it, we hanging out. But when we apart, let me go handle my business as a man. Let me go have fun. You trust me enough that I ain't gonna cheat? Let me go out, you know, like me, I do music. So if I got to go to the club and get paid to be there, you know, I do this. This is what I've done before I met you. You shouldn't trip. You know what I'm saying? Or if you don't understand it, let me explain it to you. Same thing with you. Like if you go out with your girls to a lash event and be guys there, this is what you always been doing before you met me. You know what I'm saying? So in just my opinion, do something else besides being with your mate. Do what made you do what they got attracted to you for. I'm saying, if you like me for my hustle, let me go hustle. Don't be trying to change me and be all in my heels. And I don't want you out here getting the money. This is what you wanted me to be with. This is what you liked about me. It doesn't make any sense at all.
So, any final thought? All right, we got the guy's perspective, Brittany. So, based off of what they said, you still on your stance? Agree? Want to like, you know?
My closing thoughts on that is if you have a female friend and you feel like I can talk to her about anything, she understands me, I feel comfortable around her, then go be with her.
Yeah. I was like, I see where she's going. Okay. So I think we have two people like if we're voting, 2 people that say, yeah, it's cool, you can have friends of the opposite sex. Me, I'm in the middle. Like I'm like 50-50.
That's right.
And then we have one that's like a no-go from Brittany.
Oh
So
yeah.
all right, I'm gonna move on to the next question. So I entitled this, It Ain't Fun Unless the Homie Have Some. And I just want to know y'all opinion on this. So you hit it off with someone, you hit it off with the person you're dating, and after the 3rd date, you want to pursue a relationship with them, but you find out that this person dated one of your close friends. Your friend tells you that they're over it. But do you continue to pursue the relationship now that you know like this person like dated your friend too, or do you just cut it off? Like how do you go about moving forward in that type of scenario? Or do you move forward? Do you keep going like, oh, I like her, my friend said it's cool, or do you not? You laugh, Brittany, so we'll kick it over to you. What are your thoughts?
Okay, this is the honest truth. It just depends on how serious I got with that person. Like if I didn't sleep with that person and it was just us just dating and getting to know each other, I personally wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. And if I wasn't in a relationship with that person, I mean, I feel that way now. If I have friends and I talk to somebody, I'm gonna say, look, he like this, he like this. Girl, you can have them. I mean, I don't. Long as my friend ain't sleep with him, I guess. For me, I don't care.
Okay. Cause I feel like that be happening a lot. Like sometimes like my female friends will be like, oh girl, he used to try to talk to me. And it's just like, well, okay. That don't mean like it's gonna be like, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, he used to talk to you, but it could be different when he's talking to me, you know? Because yeah, but and then like you said, when I find out and ask more questions, it don't be that serious. I'm like, oh whatever. We can proceed or whatever.
Yes.
But what about you guys? You know, you dating a girl and you find out like she dated one of your homies. Like, how do you handle that? Or do you let it go or do you keep pursuing? And mind you, you like this girl. You like her, like you see a future with her. So what's your thoughts?
Out of respect, no, I'm cool. I can't do it. Just out of respect for my homies and just how I am. I understand I like her, but it's just like I couldn't do it. Just because, you know, because let's be real. Okay, I can like her forever and I can like her for real in that moment. You know what I'm saying? But give it 2, 3, 4 months. She might be a whole nutcase. I mean, the crazy part is that it actually just happened to me. My homie told me to leave a chick alone because he used to talk to her. He was like, bro, leave her alone. She a little wild in the head. I'm like, no. I kicked it with her. I was like, she's a nut. He was like, I told you, but you ain't want to listen to me.
But I feel like sometimes you gotta let people have that experience. You know what I mean? Like
I'm hard-headed. I don't listen to people.
Yeah, it's like who am I? Because she may be different with you. So I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. What about you, Brandon? Like, what you doing? I'm actually curious because I don't know what your response gonna be.
All right, so I gotta like I've been in that situation before. This dude I played high school football with, like he brought like his girlfriend at the time to my crib for like a little shindig, and I guess we was kind of like intrigued by each other. It was kind of OC, but that was my man. Then I guess she ended up, you know, breaking it off with dude, and we was kicking it, but it was kind of weird, and I wasn't really trying to come on too strong to her because like my man used to date her, and I was like, and then we would go out in public just chilling, like, you know what I'm saying, just kind of enjoying each other's company, not on anything for real. People would be hitting her up or see her like, wow, that's crazy. How you want, you know what I'm saying, do your ex like that? So like over time, like I did start liking her, but I couldn't really like pursue her like I wanted to, knowing she messed with my man. And then on top of that, I ended up messing with her best friend. It was a crazy situation.
Dang, so you was all
But yeah, so I mean,
had all sorts.
I mean, a lot of guys don't care. A lot of guys don't care. I be having guys brothers in my inbox. Both of the brothers, the best friend. A lot of the guys, they really don't care about guy code at all. They don't care. But I think what Isaac said was a good one. Like, he got the heads up. That's the good thing about when you show somebody the picture and they be like, oh, I talked to him. We went on a few days. It'd be like, well, give me the scoop so I can know ahead of time. But for me, I'm going to take the information.
Mm-hmm. You're going to take heed.
I'm going to take the advice. You say he crazy, girl, he crazy. I'm going to run.
Yeah. Okay. I respect that. So I feel like we are kind of like 50-50 on this. The guy said they're going to retreat. They not with it. But for
it's
us,
always case by case. I don't know. I think it's case by case.
Yeah, situational. Okay.
Yeah.
That is a good one. And then I have a final group question, like, because I'm just curious to know this. So, how important is it to date someone with the same faith as you? Is it a deal breaker? Is it something that you look for? Is it a priority? Is on your like top list? Like, how important is someone's faith when dating or being in a relationship with the person?
Important. Top tier.
Facts.
Okay. Why?
Yeah. Because your morals not going to be the same if our faith's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, it's going to be bad.
Okay. I asked this question because I feel like sometimes we as women feel like, okay, even if he's not the same faith as me, well, maybe I'm not going to say faith because I feel like I never dated anyone that was outside of my faith, but I may have dated people that weren't as strong or didn't like fully believe like I do. They kind of sort of go to church or they kind of sort of read like that. So I asked that question because sometimes I feel like we overlook it if we vibe with the person. Like, I'll get them on my side or I'll get them to see things my way. But now that I'm older, I do find it to be important. Oh, was someone saying something? Go ahead.
Yeah. I think I was younger, like, because I grew up in the church. And then, like, some of my friends, some of the things I got into as I got older kind of, like, affected my lifestyle. But I think for men, any man that has dealt with a certain amount of women at a certain point, it kind of gets old if she don't have like, the same morals as you. Because it's like, as a man, your whole thing is like you want to be with a woman who like really want to be with you and could give you kids, so you could give your kids your life. Like that's kind of what it is to be a man. So like to really have that in this day and age where everybody's mind kind of warped. Like I think that's like my biggest thing because I've had the opportunity to be introduced to certain people and I care about them and things seem good, but then it's always kind of like if you're not really on board or you kind of believe something different than I believe, it's like we can't be on one accord. And I feel like in the relationship period, if that person not on the same page, if you're not on the same accord, it's like you're gonna be doing extra work, like you carrying dead weight in certain areas. Nobody really wants to do that, you just put yourself in a difficult position.
I can dig it. Isaiah, any thoughts?
Yeah, I actually was dealing with somebody like that.
Okay.
Truth be told, it's a spirit thing. I'm telling you, like that's a big thing. That faith, that's a real thing. Like you're dealing with somebody, your spirit will tell you if they ain't right, and if they ain't right, your mind, you gonna know it. You ain't gonna know it, but when you start being all weird and acting weird, you gonna know it. So yeah, to answer your question, that faith is definitely the same thing. Like you gotta have the same faith. You know what I'm saying? It's a different. You could know somebody, but you don't know them. You know what I'm saying? If you can't read them, you don't know them. Same thing with God. You know what I'm saying? You can know God, but if you don't read God like that, you know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, yeah.
Okay. I agree. It wasn't that important to me because in the beginning or like starting out early on when I was dating, because in a way, God wasn't that important to me. Like I feel like I only used prayer to get what I wanted from God. But now that I'm older and I really have a relationship with God, I'm like, okay, I want the person that I'm with to have a relationship and love God like I do too. I feel like that'll be the foundation. Like, we walking together on this. You know what I mean? We can send each other Bible verses, scriptures, encourage each other in the Lord. Like, let's go. So I really feel like it's important. And I feel like sharing your faith, I don't know, like I never really did that before. And like I said, until I was older, and I really had like this really good connection, just a conversation with this guy. We were just talking, oh, you watch that minister on YouTube? Oh, and it was like so good. And I don't know, like talking about the Lord with other people, it just brings me like very joyfulness inside. So I really feel like that's important. It's something that I would definitely want in my relationship. So thank you, God. I feel like we all agreed on that. Like faith is
Yeah.
important to all of us or whatever. So we're gonna transition a little bit. We're gonna have our men only questions and our women only questions. So I'm gonna kick it off to the guys. We want to hear from you. What are your first date pet peeves? I know we done went on, all of us probably went on a couple first dates, in our lifetime. So when you think about it, like those first dates that you have with a girl, what are those things that used to irk you, get on your nerves? Like, what were they?
I'm gonna take notes.
Yes, ladies, let's take
Take
notes.
notes.
Everybody.
I got my notebook. I'm taking notes.
Yes. So let's hear Isaiah, Brandon, whoever want to kick it off.
For me, a first date pet peeve. I like to talk. Like I like to just get to know you and just have a regular conversation. And if you sit here and you make it seem like, all right, we can talk, but I can't really be myself. You kind of give me that restriction, a certain kind. I could tell you give me a restriction, like don't say this because this might make me mad, or you give me these facial expressions. I can't deal with it. I need to just vent and just have a regular conversation. If I can't have a conversation with you, then it's over with. It's a difference between just talking to somebody and having an actual comprehending. I'm saying, like, let's find a middle ground in a conversation. So pet peeve, if I can't talk to you, then yeah.
Or feel like you're being judged, I guess.
Yeah, like how I can talk to y'all, like how this is right now, is cool. I'm saying if this was a date, like, double date or whatever the case is, it'd be straight. But if I'm dealing with a girl and I can't really just converse and let you listen, like and another thing is you have to let me learn you. Let me teach me something about you so I know next time we kick it, I know how to handle the situation. Don't be trying to be all hiding and whatnot. I don't like that.
Example, go expand.
All right. So if I say, hey, like, how has your life been? Like, what is your, not like walk with God, but like, what is your life like? Like, what, made you feel this way? And you like nonchalant, you don't want to say nothing. I get it. But then if you want me to spill my guts out, I'm like, that's not fair. You're not spilling your guts out to me. So what I gotta, if that made any sense. But I don't know. I don't really do dates like that. So I can't tell you any of this, to be honest with you.
It made sense, but I'm gonna tell you, like, from a female perspective, if like a girl is treating you that way, then it could be like she just may not like you like that or something. Because if you get any sort of resistance, I feel like just fall back or whatever. Like, don't even try. Like, if you want the girl to communicate, women are expressive. So if she's holding back, I feel like that it could be a reason. And don't even question it. Be like, oh, okay, well, let me check, please. You know what I mean? But yeah. All right. Go ahead. Brandon, what you think? What are your pet peeves? Your first date pet peeves?
I remember, and I don't know why this girl is sticking out to me, but I took this girl, I ain't gonna lie, she was fine, nice body and everything. I took her to the Hamilton in DC, nice little, restaurant. I think it's like a hotel above it. I remember we were eating, and she was eating like wings, and she started picking her teeth. Like, it was the craziest thing. So it's just, I think it's how she conduct herself. Like, if you're not acting like a lady, and I think Isaiah is basically saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're not really acting like a lady, like, I'm not really trying to,
So bad table manners.
Like, first dates, like, it's kind of awkward in a sense. It depends. Just not knowing how to conduct yourself as a woman, I think, period. Like, that's what I meant.
Okay.
And I think I just use that situation as an example. So.
Okay, I got a question. Because I love me some chicken wings. And sometimes when I go on dates, I'd be like, okay, do I want to order the wings or not? Because I know I'm going to take these wings up. So if I order chicken wings, what's the appropriate way for me to eat them? I just want to know, because I always order, I love chicken wings.
Man,
so,
I mean, you got to figure that out. But it was not that type of an establishment. This is like a white table, white cloth type of.
But they serve chicken wings.
And I was like, wow, They did.
Okay, so
They
I
did
so
pretty
I
good.
can't.
Not gonna hold you, but that's not. It just makes me. I don't know, man. You can figure it out. I mean, or use the toothpick or something like I mean,
So bring
you
some
see what
floss.
we had those.
Well,
Or
Brittany, just
excuse myself to the bathroom and say I need to go to the bathroom and floss my teeth in the bathroom.
just order boneless chicken wings. That way you
No,
can
I'm
like
saying if
cut.
you got like
Girl,
a
I love wings. Then the sauce, I can't lick my fingers. Can I lick the sauce off my hand or
like you
no?
can't you no
That's bad.
no you're not doing none of that. No, not at all. That's dead. Like, that's just like what I look like doing all that, or come to a restaurant in some black Air Forces and a white beater. Like, how you gonna look at me? You gonna look at me like I'm big wild? No.
Oh, here's a good one. Kanisha said, "Yeah, little bites, chew 25 times." That's maybe that's a good
I'll just take
suggestion.
my fork. I'll take my fork and eat the chicken wings,
Oh, and here you guys are. For anybody that wants to join, oh, I don't know if I can do it on Facebook. Oh, I can't post comments on Facebook. But Kanisha, if you want to join, I put the link in my YouTube channel. But
I ain't gonna order wings no more.
okay. Maybe not on the first date.
No wings. But it's like you gonna see it eventually though. I'm just, you're gonna see it eventually,
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, but not the first date. I got it. You can bring me down to earth eventually, but not off.
Got it. Not on the first day. Okay.
All right. So for the first day, I guess we still got to put on that illusion that we're fairy princesses,
And then we don't use the bathroom.
Right.
I mean, to a certain. I mean, when you meet anybody, you're gonna act yourself, but you're gonna try to, like, it's just human nature to like be more cautious or aware. That's like you going to a neighborhood you never been before, and you out there loafing, and there's people are active out there. You just like, no, you gotta have your head on the swivel, or you just gotta kind of know how to move. I feel like that's a big thing, like with anything, like know how to kind of like present yourself in certain situations, because there's a time for everything, just not on the first date.
Got it.
I like that, guy. So I'm going to switch it and flip it to us, Brittany. This was a question that we got from the guys. I know, like, neither one of us do this, but still, we probably can, like, give some insight. So it was, the question is, well, the theme is to thirst trap or to not thirst trap. That is the question. So why do you feel as though women post suggestive photos online? Like, what's that whole thing about? Do you do that, like, for the people that don't know you? Or have you done that? Why? What was the reason behind this? No judgment, of course, but like, we're just talking. This is the things that guys want to know. So I told them, well, ask. So I'm gonna get you an answer. So go ahead, Brittany.
I don't know. Some people look at my pictures online and may say, "Oh my gosh, she's thirst trapping." I don't know. For me, it just depends on your level of thirst trapping. Because for me, if you're posting a picture and guys are in your inbox, it depends on how thirsty they are. Some may not be as thirsty, some are dehydrated. So I feel like if you post a selfie, somebody might be in your inbox because they're a little thirsty. You get what I'm saying? So
like, look at them lips, girl. Yeah.
So it just depends on how thirsty somebody is. But I feel like eventually when a woman posts, she can still be thirst trapping. I mean, you post a cute picture of your face, you could be thirst trapping. They just be thirsty out here. But I feel like to thirst trap.
Okay. So Brandon, I got that question from you. So what exactly, like, where did that question come from? Like, give us a little background so we can really answer your question.
Oh, like why did I think of that?
Yeah, why'd you think of
that? I mean, because I don't know. I just find it like, I mean, I guess at a certain point everybody does that, but there's certain levels to it. Like, that I just don't really understand. Like, what is it? How can I put it? Like, I just don't like it when girls do certain things and they're trying to convince themselves they're doing what they're doing just to make it sound good. Like that's my thing with it. Like I mean, I'm not saying I don't enjoy some of it, but it's like I just don't like it. I don't. It's just certain things. Like you're not really just randomly out. You're doing this on purpose. Like when it's forced, basically. Like if it's too forced, I'm not like why are you forcing it? You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's like really what I'm trying to say. You know?
Can I show her the picture that you sent me with the girl from Love and Hip Hop?
Let's do that. A picture be good because it's different levels of thirst trapping. You know, it's different levels. You know, what we got? Well, I can't wait to see this picture. What we got showing, honey?
Yeah, because I feel like I get what he's saying. Like I think he's trying to say like all right, you saying you going to the gym, but you know you got your butt out, like, but you know what I mean? Like,
let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it.
Okay.
I gotta see how her pose is because the pose make a difference. The pose make a difference now.
I think this is what he's referring to. I'm gonna share my screen. This right here. I don't know if I can make this bigger. How can I make this bigger? So this picture right here.
Oh, that's thirst trapping?
Oh yeah.
Now see, for me, I don't think that's thirst trapping. Now, if she took a picture from behind showing her butt cheeks.
Yes, it is. It's definitely thirst trapping.
Oh, she took a picture from behind?
No, he's just saying this picture is thirst trapping.
Oh no, then you need something to drink if you know. But I don't think I mean she's not showing nothing. She's showing that she works out. She in shape. She got 4 kids. I don't feel like her kids should be in the picture. That's what I don't feel like. I feel like that's kind of weird.
I mean,
I don't feel like that.
You shouldn't be presenting yourself like that around your kids. Period. What do you mean?
I mean it.
Well, they see her around the house.
Period. Point blank. We like that's the thing about people in.
Okay, it's freezing up. It's freezing.
Dang, Brandon, I'm coming in clear, right?
Yeah.
Brandon, you're freezing.
Everybody else is moving.
Okay.
I don't know. Let me see. Looking at this picture.
Uh-huh.
Me personally. Yeah, looking at this picture, me personally. There's I don't know, because I see things different when it comes to music and business and just life period and pictures. It's literally like a photo shoot. Like it literally like the photographer like, yo, just take this picture. All right, boom. This is the outfit. Your kids will be standing right here. Boom. Now it'd be different if she took like a bathroom picture and she was doing what she was doing. I get you.
I get that.
It literally looked like a photo shoot.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm seeing too. You know, she got 4 kids. She got a nice body. I mean, I don't think that's thirst trapping. I don't. But like Isaiah said, now if she was in the bathroom doing all of that, then I would consider that very much so thirst trapping. But this is a photo shoot, you know.
Now, surprisingly, when he sent me this picture too, I agree with you, Brittany. I'm like I think she just showing like, look, I look good after having 4 kids.
Yeah.
Do I really like the kids being in it? Not really, but I kind of got it. So I kind of was on your side. I mean, I kind of was saying the same thing. Now, other things, I'm like, okay. Like I said, like those girls that just be like, oh, just came from the gym, but like you're just trying to like show off your body in a suggestive way.
Yeah,
I do feel like that's thirst trapping. So
now pictures from behind when you showing all your butt and stuff. Now I feel like that's thirst trapping. I don't feel like a woman should be online showing her backside. I feel like that's thirst trapping.
Like let's just look at these new leggings I got. You know what I mean? You're not really trying to say look at the leggings. You're just like, this is one of the reasons.
Right.
Yes.
So I'll give you a perfect example, right? So here's a question for y'all. So, but it's probably easy answer. Like you might see them girls, like you know how girls like they what they call the TikTok leggings, and like girls might be in the gym and then they showing off, you know, their booty and all that.
Yeah.
Is that what is that? Is that thirst trapping or is that showing results of them working out in the gym?
If you're showing your side, like your side of yourself and you can kind of see the hump, I don't feel like that's thirst trapping. You got a nice body, you got a little booty. But when you showing your whole backside, your booty, I feel like anytime you're showing your whole butt, it's just thirst trapping. We don't need to see your butt. We just don't need to see it.
This gonna sound crazy, but I've been thinking about that, like thirst trapping. Like the older I get, I think about it. I'm like, I'm 31. I've seen all of it. And in my brain, I'm like, you've seen one, you've seen them all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that sounds crazy, but it's like, the only difference is the girl and what it's attached to and how she move. Other than that, you've seen one, you've seen them all. They all look the same. Kind of.
Not really, nah.
Yeah, I know, but in my brain, that's how I'm trying to convince myself. Trying to convince myself. Let's go for it.
Okay. So that was good. Brandon, you got cut out a little bit, but you were saying that photo is thirst trapping.
No, man. Nah, like, so basically my whole point with that and why I even sent it to Sunquetta in the first place is just I can understand, like, if you in, like, you know, when mothers take maternity photos and they kind of, you know, in their element, you know, but that's different. But like, in my opinion, it's not the worst thing, but I just feel like she could have moved a little different in my opinion. I'm not judging nobody. It's not, like I said, it's not the worst thing, but I think like she was just reaching. I ain't gonna hold you. Like she was reaching in for that ball or whatever, and I just in front of your kids, I could see if like you're really working out, but like they was fully dressed and she's the only one half naked, and you the authority figure. Like what type of role model are you being? You see what I'm saying? I know like that's not everybody's responsibility, but those are your kids, like, you know, so that's just how I'm looking at it from my perspective.
No, that's a good point, because Brittany, he making me think of, like, remember how Melody did her shoot with her kids and they always in their African, so it is different, you know what I mean? It compared to Melody's picture to her, and Melody got a banging body too, you know what I mean? But so she's showing motherhood in a certain kind of way, and then this lady is showing motherhood in a certain kind of way too. So actually,
okay, let's say this. Let's say she was pregnant and it was a maternity shoot. Would it be thirst trapping then? Because I've seen plenty of maternity shoots where the woman is wearing the same thing, all her legs out, nice shirt, and her stomach is big.
Brittany, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I mean, that's
be a little bit too much too, though. Sometimes they be like naked and like they just only show like just nothing. Like some of them be a little
like. Is that thirst trapping? Would y'all consider that thirst trapping if she was pregnant?
I think it kind of like Erica Mena. Hold on, I'm about to pull. Let me pull that up.
Now, I like Erica Mena's photo. So you talking about when she was in the safe?
No, like
you talking about another one?
Let me see. Let me do pregnancy photos. We'll ask them, see what they say. But some of it do be like a little up there too. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's the fact that they're pregnant or anything. But see this. Okay, this is what I mean. Let me share my screen again with y'all. Share screen. This right here. So this, like, you know, I just feel like this be a little bit too much too. Like she's basically topless or whatever. But you know, Janet Jackson, remember how Janet Jackson was topless on that like Rolling Stone album cover, and it was just her hand, like her hands covering her boobs too. I feel like it just be a little bit like too sexy. I don't know, like too much. Or yeah, like this. This is the photo she was talking about, right?
Well, her nipples, is her nipple showing?
It looks like she got a little pasty.
That's a little pasty covered joint thingy.
Nah, that may be a little bit too much. I don't agree with showing all the breasts. But the woman on Safari, I think that one, I wouldn't consider that thirst trapping. But the other one is kind of see through.
Yeah, So yeah, it's not like her nipple, but it is, you know, up there.
Now that picture Beyonce posted today, Beyonce, that's thirst trapping.
Oh, let me go to that.
Look up that Beyonce picture that just dropped today from the back.
I just feel like women nowadays, and I'm not saying I don't like it, will want any excuse to be naked. Like that's just my opinion. Like I'm not saying I'm like, hey, like not for it, but I'm just saying like it's a little, you know, I feel like it's being pushed too much. Like, cause when I have a daughter, you know what I'm saying, in the future, you know what I'm saying, I don't want her at like 16 years old, like moving a certain way because it's all around her, and we just feel like it's cool. Cause like, all right, like I'm pregnant, let me just be naked for the world to see. Like, I feel like it's a cheap excuse.
So let me ask you a question. I don't know. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question, right? Mm-hmm. So since we're talking about that, right? When women do I seen my homegirl actually sent me a picture. the girl had twins, and she had the breastfeeding and all that, and the baby was holding like they was, you know how the breastfeeding pictures are, and they boobs be out. Is that so? What is that?
Yeah.
That's a new one for me.
Thirst
I haven't heard
trapping.
of them.
That's unnecessary thirst trapping. It's definitely thirst trapping.
Showing off like it's making it normal.
When your boobs are showing and your butt cheeks, to me that's thirst trapping. But when that lady had on her boobs wasn't out. She had a little bathing suit top on. But see Beyonce like this, so when you're showing the boobs, I feel like that's thirst trapping.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I didn't know about this picture.
It don't matter if it's Beyonce. That's definitely thirst trapping, and she's married.
And she got the cheek lift straps on.
I ain't gonna sit here and say it. I ain't gonna sit here and say, you know what it is? I've seen, like, it's crazy that this picture is up, because back when I was a kid, I was like, oh, this is fire. This Beyonce, this is exciting to see. But but then the older you get, it's like, oh, it's Beyonce. Like, it's not exciting, I guess. It's not amazing. All right, bro. It's cool.
I actually see what you mean, Isaiah. I remember I went to I was at a concert with Janelle Monáe, and like my roommates went. So this was back in Atlanta, so maybe like 2016 or something. And like, you know, her style is fully clothed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what her boobs look like. I don't know where her hips are, but none of that look like. This is kind of refreshing, and I'm a woman, and I'm just like, wow, because her counterparts. We know what Beyonce look like. We know, like, we just see it already in our face. So just to see the contrast with Janelle Monáe, I'm like, it does make a difference. You know, now I was able to understand the sexy librarian look. Like, I remember I heard guys say like, oh, I like the sexy librarian. Like, I never knew what that meant until I seen like a Janelle Monáe type. You know what I mean? Like, it's not over your head. Like, they're not hitting you over the head with their sexuality. It's like very subtle. So yeah. So I get what you mean. I kind of feel like what Beyonce did, it's just like, oh, okay, nothing new.
Yeah, I've been so used to her clothes on.
You got to leave stuff to the imagination. I do believe that.
Yeah. Okay. So did we like say everything we need to say about thirst trapping? And guys, before I go to my next question,
I got one last question about that. One last one. So for the ladies, right? So how y'all say it's thirst trapping. So for us dudes, when we take our shirts off and do all of that, is that thirst trapping too?
Yeah. I'm gonna answer for you. I used to do that when I was in college playing ball, bro. I was I was, you know, it was a bad look, but yeah, we be doing the same thing, no question.
I've always had to ask. It depends on how thirsty you is. Depends on how thirsty we is that day. I mean, I don't know. For me, and I don't mean to discriminate, but if you a big guy, I'm not thirsty. My mouth dry. So, you know, but if you fine, got abs, I'm going to be thirsty. So it could be a thirst trap that day. Case by case.
Are you going to be hopping in DM thirsty, or are you going to be like, dang, you look good?
Never hopping in the DM.
Well, I bet.
But you can get a like.
Yeah. So what is? I got another question. Like, never mind. I'm good with that.
Brandon, you can't start something. You gotta finish it. Go ahead. Or do you think we'll get into it later?
I keep going to myself.
All right. Text it to me and we'll talk about it in part 2.
But you didn't answer the question.
Okay, for me, I don't like that stuff at all. Like, I don't like for guys to be like topless on social media like that. Like, that's not really gonna do anything for me. Like, it is thirst trapping. It's just like, boy, really? And then I don't know if I want to say it, but I just feel like that picture could be for girls and guys. So that's how come I kind of side eye guys that do that, because I just feel like guys shouldn't want to be like pretty in that way. And I get not all the time. Like, my theory could be wrong, but I just wouldn't like that. I don't know. That's just my.
He's a personal trainer.
I feel like just had a little V-neck, or not that little beater, just with your muscles out. But I don't gotta see your abs. And I don't know. I don't think guys should be like posy like that online. That's just my thing. Like, I just think that's like a girl thing. Not to be sexist or anything, but that's just really how I think, you
Yeah.
know. So
I wouldn't take a guy
can't
seriously
even
doing that.
hold you. Like
go ahead.
I can't even hold you. Like I used to like really like because when I was at I've always been like in decent shape. So when I was in college, that's all we did was work out. So you know what I'm saying? We be in the gym, we flick it up. And it got to a point where I got older, like, you know, because I was really into social media. You know what I'm saying? People was me at the time. But like as I got older, I don't even like taking pictures anymore. Like, and I know I'm not ugly, but it's just like I'm like, man, I'm not about to sit up here and pose for like people I don't really care about like that. Like I'm too grown. Like what do I look like? I just feel like it's just too much theatrics. I mean, it's nothing wrong with doing it here and there, but like really, if I feel like I'm trying to force it, or if it's not like a random off guard, I'm good.
Right, right, and I get it. Like when we was younger, that's fine. But for like grown adults, like we're in our 30s, kind of like, why are you taking a picture like that? And maybe I can make an exception if they're a personal trainer, but we all know like personal trainers have like that stereotype of being like male thoughts. So you know, leave me alone. All right, so we have we're gonna kick it back to the men. So we want to know, men often talk about women bringing something to the table. I don't like her. She can't bring something to the table. What can she bring to the table? So, what are your top three things, or it could be like one thing, that you think that a woman should bring to the table?
Ooh, I know one thing for me.
Hmm.
I would say understanding what's going on.
Explain.
So if I'm out, at work doing what I'm doing, and I'm stressed out, and then I got to deal with whatever I got to deal with on my way home, and I'm like, babe, I gotta holler at you about XYZ. Sometimes it's gonna sound crazy. Sometimes I don't even want you to talk. Just listen. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna sound crazy, but as a black man, like, oh well, listen. That's why Brandon left, because like, as a black man, bro, like, sometimes women, they be wanting to chime right in. Oh, what about this? What about, like, just listen, just let me vent to you, and then if you want to talk about it, you can. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we don't go, like Brandon, no, we don't go to therapist. We don't do all of that. Coming where we come from and where we built and how we built, sometimes we need a woman to just listen.
Okay.
I mean, that's just me.
That's good. So, Brandon, why was you laughing? And then we need to know what you bring, what you want a woman to bring to the table.
You know it.
Man, well, Isaiah like hit on the head. Like sometimes, like y'all, like sometimes women think we should communicate with them the way another woman should. Like, and that's absolutely wrong and false. Like I'm like we men. Like I'm not. Sometimes I'm going to want to talk. Sometimes I'm not going to want to say anything. And I feel like women need to understand how men operate in terms of communication. Like, we're not going to tell you everything as it happens when it happens, So I think just understanding that and knowing when to bring certain things up, like, it's big. But in terms of like bring certain things to the table, I think what we mean by that, we want a responsible adult. Like we want you to, be rational and logical in your thinking all the times, but when it's necessary. Sometimes, like, y'all don't want to be logical when it's necessary, and I think that is it's the core of what men are thinking about when we say, what do you bring to the table? Can you, if I'm trying to lead you, will you take my direction? Do you know how to budget? Like, are you resourceful? Do you bring drama to my life for no reason? Like, and I think it's like what we really mean is, do you know how to cater to me in the way that I'm looking for? Like, and that's going to be, that table is going to be different for everybody, but I think that's what we mean when we say that.
Okay. I agree. That's good stuff. And and I guess there's no way of really knowing until you actually get with that person if they can cater to you or whatever. Maybe that's something that just has to be worked out as you go, as a relationship continues, you know. But you got any thoughts on what they said, Brittany?
Mm.
She saw it. She like,
I mean, not really,
Okay.
not really. But with Isaiah, it's like I get what you're saying. You want a woman that's understanding when you call her, say I had a bad day, but you are saying you want some reciprocation, though, right? Like, do you want a solution, or do you just want to just lay the load off, or do you want a solution eventually?
if you ask me personally, I just want to vent. Same thing how y'all might come home and, man, this girl was outside and she going off and we just listening. Just listen to us. You ain't got to say nothing. Just
When you
listen.
that sounds like a life coach or maybe like a priest. You know, when you go talk to the priest and then they just be like, "Don't say nothing." You just sit there. I'm just because for me, I cannot say nothing. I got to come with a solution. You know.
Yeah, but if you come with a solution after I'm done talking. Don't come with it in the middle of the conversation.
No interruptions. Got that part.
That's all you got.
Okay.
You the one. That's it.
That was good. Okay. So, Brittany, we're going to throw it back to us. And this question came from Isaiah, so he may be able to give us a little bit more details. But it was, why do women feel entitled to certain things in a relationship or in general? So I felt like, Isaiah, this question, did you send me something like a meme or something to go with
I
it?
did. I think I did.
I can pull it up. Let me
I feel like I sent you a meme and it was like that.
yeah. So I'm gonna pull it up for you. But if you want to give like more details as I look it up, you can.
Basically, what I pretty much mean is like, I understand we in a relationship, but some things when we talking, but you're not saying most women, but some women aren't entitled to everything. They're like, oh well, I'm talking to him, so I'm entitled to this. He's got this going. This is mine. I'm part of this. Like, you're not part of this. I still don't even know if I like you all the way yet. I don't know if I want to bring you home to my mom yet. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, so like give an example, like entitled to what? Like just one good example.
I can't
Yeah,
say
'cause
money because that's a simple statement.
you didn't send me enough. You sent me a
You say
meme
money?
and another question, but not this.
Yes,
So,
well,
yeah.
some women think like, all right, yo, my man got this or my man does this business, so I'm entitled to part of his business. I'm part of, like, we're a team now. Like, technically, we're a team, not really, because you don't even know. My opinion, you don't even know how I'm running this business.
No.
Maybe.
They shouldn't feel entitled to that. The only thing a woman in a relationship should feel entitled to with a man is loyalty, respect, commitment, stuff like that. But the material things, like, we're not married, so no.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, a lot of I was dealing with a girl and her mindset was, I want to get married tomorrow, so we gotta do this, or we gotta have this money. I'm like, first off, sis, I'm 31 years old. We gotta get a relationship first. Just to say we're not even talking now. So, but like,
obviously,
don't jump the gun. You know what I'm saying? Don't put your hand on the trigger if you don't know how to hold the gun.
They be trying to put that pressure on you.
We're not entitled to be married. Let's not act.
No bull.
You know what I'm saying? We're not entitled to be married. Let's not act like it.
Okay, Brandon, what's all that energy for? What? Come on.
Man, yo, I dealt with women like this. They just feel like I think it's, unfortunately, it comes from, I believe, what is a shallow perspective and this in a low self-esteem. Like, it's basically girls like that just feel like, all right, I'm a girl, I have this, you want this as a man, so you should just, I'm, like, this is all I have to bring to the table. And like, usually those girls you just want to run from, because it's like I said about working 2 times harder. Like, she's just gonna be working 2 times harder to make her happy, and she don't care about what you like. It's basically a selfish mindset. And there's a lot of modern women out here that have that mindset, you know what I'm saying, which is unfortunate. But yeah, that's no go.
Oh, we got a guest, y'all. Hey, Kanisha, girl.
Hello.
Thanks for
I can't get my camera
joining.
together.
So let us know
I've been
what you
trying
want
for
to
like
talk
an hour.
about. I mean, well, you heard the topics that's going on. Was there something that was said that you want to chime in on?
Girl, I was missing it because I was trying to get this camera together.
Okay, well, it's good. You came in at a good part. So basically, right now, the guys are trying to ask us, why do women feel like we are entitled to certain things in a relationship or in general? So basically, I think they're trying to say, like, why do we think that we should get wifey benefits before being wifey? I think that's what they're trying to say. So that was the question they asked us.
Well, see me, my answer to that is I don't want no man to ever feel like he obligated to do anything for a man. Period. But at the same time, you have to understand if you want something from me, that and I say no, you can't be mad. So just how you want to know why we feel as though we're entitled to anything, we're not. But y'all not entitled to it either. So don't expect it. And then you can't get mad if I don't give it to you. That's just like if I'm asking you for something and you don't want to give it to me, then I don't want to give it to you. So no harm in that.
Okay.
I mean, that's just me. That's my opinion.
I could dig it. So what y'all guys think about what she just said?
I agree, sis.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I don't want to start no arguments or nothing, but I'm just saying, because it's a lot of one-sided stuff going on. They want you to do stuff for them, and they don't want to do anything for you. Like, it's kind of like give or take, give and take.
Mhm.
I'm not saying you can buy me a car, pay no car, no, stuff like that. But if you want something from me, be able to give me something other than sex.
Go ahead, Brandon. What was you about to say?
You can have sex with yourself. I can't fix this camera.
I think it's all about
reciprocity.
I mean, and it depends. I mean, and then it's like that's the thing I don't like. When a man and a woman have sex, they both have sex. It's just not the woman. You know that, right? Like, so it's like a lot of women bring like, oh, you're both having sex. Like, I thought it's to the tango. It's not like you just like not getting anything out of this. Like, so it depends. Like, it all depends on like obviously how y'all feel about each other and y'all like kind of what are y'all trying to do to each other. But some people like try to like they just bringing that to the table and they expect to be treated a certain way. And I'm like, if that's all you bring to the table, I'm not treating you. I'm not like that's literally all you like. It's not hard for people to get that these days. So I mean, like that's just and then it's like when they say that to me it seems like okay, like do you not like sex too? I mean, so I don't know, but I think reciprocity is a big thing, of course.
Sex is any and everywhere. I mean, you can get it from yourself without no problem. You have sex with yourself.
I don't know. For me, I feel like if we're just dating, don't really ask me for nothing. But if we're having sex, we're on level 10. So that means I'm gonna feel entitled to something. If I need something paid, I'm gonna be looking for you to pay it. Because we're on level 10 at this point. I'm giving you wifey benefits. So I want her benefits.
Okay. What you feel about that, Isaiah?
I mean, hey, me personally, this gonna sound wild. I don't be having sex like that anyway. Y'all ain't gonna lie to me. Bro, not because I can't. It's just
I don't like it and I don't want it.
Yeah, like it's cool. In my brain, I guess because in my brain it's like, all right, if I'm gonna do this with you, 9 times out of 10, I'm I'm getting old now. Like we gotta be somewhat married or somewhat tied in for me to go all out with you. If we not, I'm not doing nothing. Why am I doing this? You know what I'm saying? I got a whole 45 minutes to an hour to do this. I could have been making some money. I'm about to just lose a whole bunch of calories. I'm already skinny. So it's not really about the work anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. But that's just my opinion. More power to the ones that do it.
I
And
feel
the
Yeah.
ones that afterwards.
And they keep them from asking you for anything, so that's good.
Yeah, yo. And then you gotta go to the
Exactly.
doctors, make sure you're straight. I'm not doing all of that. It's too much work.
Exactly. All of that.
Yeah, I gotta go to work. I don't be wanting to have to go to doctors, make sure I'm straight. Then I gotta miss out on some money because I gotta make sure you ain't, you know what I'm saying, give me the fleas and I ain't, man, listen.
They got to work for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, we need to be bougie with what we got going on this year. Women can do it.
I
men can
mean,
do it too.
it's up.
That's funny.
Brandon, I'm here for us, dog. We gotta be bougie this year.
I agree.
Hey, that's what they. It's like it's just a game. All you got to do is reverse it. What that man say off Boomerang? He was like, all you got to do reverse. That's all you got to do. Like it's like your mindset thing. Sometimes I feel like women just. It's like y'all undersell y'all value. Like y'all undersell the fact that y'all like sex just as much as us. Like, and it becomes like I have this, and I'm like, well, I have this. On guard, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's duel it out. Like, what is this really about? I don't know.
I mean, y'all
That's
say
not
that,
always
but
true.
y'all say that, but I'm sure if we women say count on our hands how many exes have came back, we probably have more than exes that have came back to y'all. We really don't need it as much as y'all do.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then it comes to a point where you stop liking people. Like if I stop liking you, don't ever think that you're gonna get some sex. Because that's the last thing you're gonna get from me. You might get a headache. That's about it. But you ain't getting no sex. Once I'm done, I'm done. It ain't nothing you can say, give me nothing. I don't want it. Goodbye.
No backseas. Okay, so we're about to switch it back to the guys to get your opinion on this because you know this is a big trend. You know, this is one of the topics I be trying to talk about. So, if a woman that you dated proposed to you, how would you take that? Are you saying yes? Are you saying I do? How do you feel about it? Let us know. So I'll
She
kick this
proposed
off.
to me.
Go ahead.
If she proposed to me, I'm asking what is she doing.
That's what you want to say?
I'm asking what you doing.
Okay.
You know why I'm asking what you doing? Because in the Bible it says a man is supposed to go to the house. I'm gonna ask you, I'm gonna ask you, why are you on one knee? I'm gonna ask you, like, maybe because I'm goofy on the low, but I'm gonna literally ask you, why did you go to the store, go buy this ring? Where did this money come from for you to get it? Then you decide to get on one knee and go get, what are you doing? Because you know why? Because you know why the girl, Chrissy and Jim Jones did that.
You know what? She did set a
And
trend.
they still not married.
And still not married.
Now, me personally, that was probably for TV, but in my brain, I'm just like, you got on one knee, and like you got to think how, as him as a man, how does that look? You in front of your family, and your chick is proposing to you. You know what I'm saying? That's like chicks running all over you now, for real. Like, yo,
Yeah.
But Isaiah, what if she tell you when you ask her, what are you doing? What if she say, I want you to, put them 45 minutes in? That's why, I had to do something.
yeah. But I feel like, let's be real. Like, if you get on one knee and was like, yo, Zay, marry me. Granted, you want them 45 minutes, quote unquote, but it's like you're rushing to get married. Like, what are you? I was talking to a girl about this that I was dealing with. She was like, "Y'all want to get married? Let me marry you. Let me want to marry you. Why do you want to marry me? You don't even know me." That's basically how I look at it. Like, why do you want to marry me? Mm-hmm. Oh, because I want to get married. You didn't answer my question. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's how I look at things. Like when it comes to marriage, it's like, why do you want to marry? Because when a guy gets on one knee, what does a guy say? Oh, I want to marry you because X, Y, Z. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, if any of y'all women got on your knee and asked the guy, I want to marry you, he said, why? What would you say?
I'm not getting on my knees.
I'm not going to say nothing because I'm not doing it.
My point exactly.
I've been there, done that. I ain't never get married again.
Don't say that. Don't say that. You just married the wrong person.
Me and Cinquetta talked about this before. I mean, we talked about it already. So it's a man upstairs, a God-fearing man, Not nobody that's. Mm, he got to have a password. Like me and God made up a password. He got to have that password in order for me to take him serious. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you gotta have the key to unlock the right key, okay? So what about you, Brandon? If the girl, let me think, let me think. If what's her face? If Lori Harvey, y'all dating and stuff,
Mm.
she get on one knee and propose to you. Maybe Lori Harvey's sister, not her, but like looking like or something. Yeah, how you taking that? What you doing? Do you say I do? What's going on?
I'm gonna tell her to get up and nah, it's dead. But like, no, I'm not letting any woman do that because it's like, and she fine. Oh, I've been here to Lloyd since like what 2017. Anyway, nah, that's a no go for me. It's just like Jay said, it's just emasculating at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And if you're doing that like if I'm not trying to marry you and you trying to marry me that much, that means we not on the same level, in terms of like our feelings. But that's just not something a woman should do.
Okay. I like it. So here's a good question for us ladies. This came from the men. So, do women know the difference between a man who's just trying to smash versus a man that's looking for something serious? So, basically, how do women know how to know the difference between lust and love? Is it real or is he just trying to play? Like, do we as women know this? Kanisha, I'll throw and kick it over to you. Do you I know you
Why
know,
would
but like let's talk about it.
why would you do that?
Uh-huh.
Because us as women, we worse than men sometimes. We don't know nothing because clearly, if we knew stuff, we would not be in these relationships that we in, these marriages, these situationships. So I'm gonna say, nah. You
You
don't
don't know
know.
the difference.
Sometimes you just, go in head first. You don't touch the waters. You just jump in, and then sometimes you get some red flags and you ignore them. So you know what happens when bullfighters be in that they going ring with them bulls with that red flag. Sometimes you get out okay, unscathed, and sometimes you get some holes in it. So, you gotta figure out if you want to take chances. I'm not willing to take no more chances. I've been there, done that. I'm not doing it. I'm
Okay.
not doing it. I don't know. Like I said, a man gonna have to have a password. He really gonna have to have a password. Otherwise, I ain't taking him serious at all. That's just me.
Period.
I respect it.
Not
So
just
what about you, Brittany? Do you think we as women know the difference? Or are you like Kanisha and no, we don't know?
No, I feel like you have like little crumbs to let you know the difference. But overall, when a man's courting you, you kind of don't know the difference. That's why you got to pay attention to the red flags so you could know the difference between a man that's just wants on booty and then a man that's just really there. Like if he's constantly bringing up sex, then you kind of get an inkling that okay, this is all he kind of wants. Like he's not asking me how my day is. He's asking me, so
It's a
I feel like
compliment.
initially we don't know the difference and how to interpret it. How can you interpret it? I guess kind of just wait them out. I guess
Just
ultimately.
so that question came from Brandon. So Brandon, did we answer your question? Was that suffice? Like was that a good enough answer?
I mean, I guess that was a part of it, but the other part is like if y'all know the difference, does your ego still become inflated because either or happens? You see what I'm saying? Do you feel like maybe like I'm on this elevated level just because like you don't know the difference between a dude who wants to smash and a dude who's really trying to take you serious? I just wanted to know.
You said our ego. Did he say ego?
Yeah, like how like
yeah.
when a girl knows like
It's not.
yeah, or like whatever, like how women have a certain, yeah, I
Hmm.
don't know, like in a way, like it's a certain way women carry themselves when they know they can pull dudes. You know what I'm saying? So like, is that energy based off of like both of those? I guess
Yes.
pursuits by men, or does it really matter? You know, and should like do y'all care?
Yes, it does. It does flow out. It does definitely flow my ego. Yes, it does. It does, especially when I know you want me and I don't want you, and I'm gonna politely say good sir. And oh yeah, I feel like I'm that chick. Yes, I do.
Listen, guys, I love you, but girl, listen. No, because guys will do anything to get you. Like they'll go through a whole lot of stuff to get you, and then when they get you, you be like, "What the hell was I thinking?" It start off all good. You're supposed to be, you want to go on dates and you want to spend a lot of time. After a couple months, child, you be like, "Do we have a twin brother? Is this the same person that I met?" It can't possibly be. So, not for me. I don't care if you want me or not. I don't care if you can fence in front of your grandma, your great grandma, your daddy, whoever. I don't care. I'm just not doing it no more. I'm not
So I got a
bitter.
question.
I'm far from bitter, but I'm just not doing that stuff with God.
So I got a question for you,
It's just,
Kanisha.
it's
So
like,
if you're dealing with a guy, right? This for Kanisha, right? So let's say you deal with a guy and he's just like perfect all the way through, like no flaws. He treats you right and everything. You still in the back of your brain is gonna be like, what's wrong with you?
what's wrong with him?
No, I'm saying in
No,
your
if
back of your
he
brain, you're like, what do you think? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, are you really like this, or what's up? What do you really want?
no, see, some guys are godsend, and some of them came straight from the pits of hell. You know what I'm saying? So you can get to know a person. Like I said, it's nothing wrong with getting to know people, but it's all in your consistency. Like I need consistency. You can't be a sweet man one week and then you Jekyll and Hyde the next week. Like I don't have time for that. You're
Makes
gonna have to
sense.
be consistent. I've been married before I was in a relationship for 18 years, and married for 8 years. So anything after that, you know, I don't have time for it. I'm sorry. That's just me because I've been through a lot. So I don't have the time and I don't have the patience to be playing with nobody. So I
I
don't
was
want
gonna
y'all to think
say,
like, oh, she's
oh,
so bitter because I'm not.
Mm-mm.
I don't have time
no.
to play either.
Cautious, just
Right.
cautious. You cautious.
Mhm. And I was gonna say, I get like what you were saying, Brittany. It's about like time, like just waiting it out or whatever. Because I feel like someone can only play a role for a certain amount of time. But you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Just keep the consistency. Like, let's see if they can keep their consistency going. After a month, 2 months,
Exactly.
3 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then evaluate from there.
Mhm.
But okay, so I'm about to switch it back over to the guys. So is y'all waiting or not? Like when it comes down to sex, are y'all wait until marriage to have sex? If the girl that you're dating wants to pursue that, you know what I mean? Let's say she says she's celibate, she's abstinent, like and you really like her. Let's say like y'all been dating for like 2-3 months, and you find out like, oh, this is what she's on. So like, are you waiting for her? And if you're not waiting for her, how long are you waiting till? Like, do you have your own time limit of how long you're gonna be in it? Yeah, Brandon, we'll kick it off to you.
Uh, I mean, it depends on the tier of female I'm dealing with. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like,
Okay.
if she's top tier, and I might just want to do the same thing. But if you're not, then I mean, it ain't looking good. I'm gonna just be honest, But I mean, it depends because like now I'm not as eager to do certain things that I was when I was younger, just because it's just I don't know. I just feel like for me, it's just I've gone through too much just relationship drama or drama with a woman. I'm just not trying to be on that. So I mean, I'm kind of looking for somebody I can marry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even really trying to date nobody right now. But if it was a girl who I felt like was the perfect person for me in this lifetime, and that's what she wanted to do, I ain't gonna hold you. I might just get with, I don't know, 100%, but just based off some things that I've been through and how I'm trying to just make sure I'm really in tune with someone, because sometimes you can have sex with somebody and you think they like you, but they just try and have sex with you all the time. And I think sometimes we as men, we don't realize that, like when we deal with women like that, you just geek because you got a girl and everybody thinks you look like this, and you know what I'm saying. Everybody kind of give you your property, but the whole time it's like it's very shallow. So just me going through that a couple of times, I mean, I might be more open to that than I was prior.
I respect it. Okay, Isaiah, your thoughts?
You say if she waiting?
Yeah, let's say you like you're dating, you find out like she's waiting to have sex until marriage. Is that something you're okay with? And if you're not okay with it, like the flip is like how long are you waiting till? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm cool with it. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Because as men, most men in their mind already think they don't even need to get married. Once they have sex with you, that's the end of everything. Like, all right, that's the last goal. I don't need to do nothing else. You know what I'm saying, especially if I'm into you, yeah, I'd rather wait because if that time is right and it go down, then it's gonna be way more amazing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna want to be like, Dad, you was there for me. I want to get to know you for real. Once I get to know you for real, I'm straight. I don't know, just me. And plus me, I can't mess around with different girls. That is a lot. That is a lot of work. Like getting up, hanging out with you, calling this other girl, doing this. I'm not doing that, bro. I got asthma. I'm not running around too much. Nah, bro. Just being honest with you.
Okay. I respect that.
That is COVID.
Yeah, like we staying indoors.
Yeah.
So Brittany, that question came from Brittany. So I don't did they answer it suffice? Did you want to add a little, pick their brains a little bit more?
I feel like Brandon said it perfectly. It just depends on how top tier she is. Is she worth waiting for? He answered that perfectly.
That's true. So that means that like if you're that guy's dream girl, he will wait. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I agree. I like that you hit you hit that on the nail, Brandy. You did. Because I'm about to say he waiting for Louis Harvey. You know what I mean? He waiting for it.
That's what I was thinking
too. Shit.
They get married in 30 days. You hear?
Yes. So far I have like only men only questions, guys. So y'all didn't give me too many other questions to ask us. So we're gonna like wrap this up. So here's one. Do you think a man should take his wife back if she was unfaithful to him? This one can be a group one. Like, you know what I mean? We can flip it. So do you take a man back if he was unfaithful to you? And this is, I'm trying to think. A wife, yeah. So this isn't a marriage. So like the rules are a little different. I feel like, in relationships, you can cut people off a little easier. But when it comes to a marriage, like how are we doing this? So anybody can take that question.
I say case by case.
If a woman cheats on a man, if she cheat on her husband.
No. It can
like
be
if your husband cheated on you.
Listen, people want to do what they want to do. They're gonna put up what they want to put up with. I mean, to each his own. So
would you take him back if your husband cheated on you? Would you take him back?
No, me myself, I know I'm not, but I can only speak for myself because for one thing, nobody else don't owe me anything. Another woman, nobody owes me anything. They don't owe me no explanation or nothing because you're the one who put the ring on my finger. You say I do for me. So if it's people out there that you still want to deal with and they still want to deal with you, have at it. But you're not gonna have me out here looking crazy. That's just me. I'm not doing it. But to each his own.
So that's good. This question came from Brandon because we were having this discussion, and I was just like, I flipped it back on him, ladies. I was just like, okay, no. I was like, would you expect? Hold on, how did it go, Brandon? Somehow I was able to flip it on him, and he was just like, no, I'm not taking my wife back. Oh, I said, do you expect her to take you back if you cheated? He was like, yeah, I'm a man, and I'm like, no, it don't go down like that. Like if you expect
That's
her
not
to
That's
take,
the most
not.
chauvinistic
that is
stuff.
how it went, Brandon. Go ahead. You go ahead and chime
That's
in.
not what I said, bro. That's not what I. No, I said like, hopefully I
Okay,
wouldn't be put
Brandon.
in that situation. I said hopefully, like I wouldn't be put in a situation. Hopefully I wouldn't marry somebody like I would want to cheat on. Like so, like I'm not looking to cheat on nobody, but that's like it's just a different dynamic. Women are more emotionally attached to their mate than men. Like it's just because of your maternal instinct. So it's just, and I'm not saying men should be going out here cheating. Like that's not cool. But it's just like men are different than women. Like we just different. And I'm not saying it's cool, but I'm saying if your wife is going out there and cheating on your homes, like bro, you know what I'm saying? It's different. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, and I mean, I don't know. My dad is a man. He's just a different type of dude. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things he taught me that maybe when I was younger, when I was a little kid, and feeling a certain way about not getting girls, maybe I would have subscribed to it. But as I got older and matured and found my way with women, like I'm not, nah, like I don't know. Like as a man, just nah. Like, and I'm not saying it should be going either way, but I think it's just if a man does this once or twice, like then it's more acceptable for a woman to stay by him than like look at Kobe, RP to Kobe, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just that's just kind of unfortunately the way
But
of
do
the
you
world. Like
but
yeah,
do you think that she would stay with him if he wasn't Kobe Bryant? Like if he was just Ray or Pookie up the street?
Not Pookie.
They
nah,
will.
but then it's like why? But that's what I'm. But you know what I'm trying to say, like. Any like a man, my version of a man is somebody like I said at the beginning of this whole thing, somebody who is doing what he needs to do to be valuable to himself, the people directly associated to him and the world. A lot of people trying to be like millionaires for no reason, like you don't got no purpose, like you don't need this money. So I mean, it's different levels to it, but I'm just saying in terms of how we are biologically, made our chemicals in our body. I think it is just more natural for the woman to stick around than a man if that happens. That's just my opinion.
I see.
Okay, so
Whenever
now
you
we want to talk
whenever you
about
think
free
that
game.
way, if you think that way, it's like, okay, I'm gonna just make this one mistake, but she'll forgive me because we built different. She can take it, but I can't take it though. If I do that to her, if she do that to me, I can't take it.
But
But
that's where
she
you.
can take it.
I mean, okay, that's cool. Like I don't care how you feel about it, how you try and like word it to make it sound good. That's what Future said. That's what that make it good. What it be? You basically was just saying like as long as it sound good, it's cool. But that's not the case with men. Like no, like, and that's not what I'm saying either. Like I don't think men. I mean, maybe it does hit a little harder for men based off of like how women are programmed and how men are programmed. Like most men like look at certain girls like especially the pretty ones and think they don't carry themselves certain ways, but all girls do. Like you know what I'm saying? You get to a point as a man where you know that, but I mean, it's like the game is a game. Like if I'm playing football, like I can't run out of bounds and run back in bounds and catch a touchdown pass, it's gonna be a penalty. See what I'm saying? So, I didn't make the game, but it exists though.
God,
So
don't hate the player, hate the game, baby.
I'm gonna read this comment by
Right.
True. I mean, I really like what she said. She said circumstances change and a person can cheat. If a man or woman's heart is in the right and they take steps to protect their marriage, they will not cheat. There's no need to. And then she also said biological has nothing to do with it. It is a choice. I do feel like cheating is a
Period.
choice.
Period.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It is a choice. It don't just happen.
Mhm.
I mean,
And let's-
I kind of get what Brandon was saying, though. I guess, for the most part. I mean, women do forgive men more for cheating. I mean, that's a fact.
men and women both cheat, cry, and stay. That's true. Usually, when people stay, maybe it's like especially when you say like women. I thought about maybe not biological, but like maybe remember back in the 1950s and stuff and 60s where women didn't have no rights, they couldn't be independent on their own, so they probably would stay with their husband because it's just like who else is going to take care of me? But I feel like now,
Beneficial.
how did they say it again?
Beneficial.
Right. But now modern day women, we don't have we don't need, I'm not gonna say we don't need a man to provide our needs and stuff like that, but we can kind of make it on our own kind of thing. So I think like our tolerance is way less than our grandmom and them. Like,
Oh, definitely.
well, okay, you want to do that? All right, somebody else will be calling your kids will be calling somebody else daddy. Like, we're not gonna play these games, okay? Because we done seen Sierra leveled up. That's somebody else. This is not the
I'm not.
holding hands.
But I'm not advocating for future. I'm not advocating for. I'm not saying like men should. I'm just saying like you're talking about extreme cases of infidelity when a dude is just reckless. He got no, like, he just out here like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just doing whatever. I'm not, and I think that's what y'all like. That's where y'all mind goes. You know what I'm saying? And that's not, most men aren't just like that. You know what I'm saying? But some men do mess up. That's what I'm saying. You looking at it like, I mean, and I understand where you're coming from. I'm trying to understand. I'm not a woman. Like, I don't know what it like feels like to be a woman. I can't. Like, I was a man my whole life. Like, so, and I didn't know this patriarchy existed when I was learning how the world worked. You see what I'm saying? Like, it can be broken down on so many levels. And yes, women are they're making more money, but women are also more emotional than men. So if you have all the money and cars and still be lonely as a woman, whereas a man can have that and be good. You know what I'm saying? We not the same. Like, and I don't like, I'm not trying to act like a woman or, you know what I'm saying, things like that. And I'm not saying men should just be going out and cheating on women. Like, I'm not, like I said, hopefully if you get married, I wouldn't want to marry a person I felt like I ever wanted to cheat on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, it's just more, it's just different. Yeah, so.
No, and I understand too. I see what you're saying as well as a man. Like, not just because, but if you do slip up, it may not have meant anything. It's just like, anybody can be tempted. So I get it. Like, maybe you fell into temptation. But like you said, if it's like a person that's continuously doing it, it's just like, you don't care. It wasn't a mistake. But then again, I don't know. Like you said, I'm not a man, so I don't know what y'all be facing. You know what I mean? I really don't. Like, I don't know. So, Brittany, True said she's loving your hair.
I know. I saw her thanks in the chat.
Okay. I say treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Boomerang, remember Halle Berry said, slapped him, love would have brought you home at night. You know what I mean? Last night. If you really loved me, like, that should have got you. Wait, no, but he didn't mess with her in the end, right? In the last, I think he did. Did he? No,
yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
That's why she told him that.
Yeah. Oh, dang. I was
but
trying
Isaiah ain't answered the question. Would you take your wife?
Isaiah, where you at?
See, my man.
Yeah. I'm running around with these logos. I've been running. So the question was what? I apologize. People text me my business.
This is about relation. Would you take a woman back if she was unfaithful to you? And no, not
your wife.
White. Yeah, wife. Mm-hmm.
Well, first off, if she's my wife, she shouldn't be unfaithful to me at all. But that's just my opinion anyway. But to answer the question, if we're gonna go with that, nah. I put a ring on your finger. I took a vow before God and like 30,000 other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not taking you back. You cheated. Not even, and let's just hypothetically
But
say,
you want her to take you back.
Y'all want her to take me back? If I did that was me,
Yeah.
I would hope she wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
I love it. I love it.
You know, like you gotta like just me. The older I get, the more I actually think about these things. Like I'm stepping out on my wife. I don't gotta have sex with a girl. I could kiss her, do whatever. But I'm doing something else with another individual that I should be doing with my wife. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
Exactly.
I would hope you're not about to take me back. If you do, I mean, I'm not gonna call you stupid, but
You get what you get, right?
you know what I'm saying? You got a lot to work on.
What if you just had a weakness? Like you love your wife, like you, but you just slipped and
It was their best friend. It was their best friend.
I don't care if I had a weakness or not. If I'm with my wife,
Thank
I
you.
shouldn't have no weakness anyway.
okay.
But that's just my
Right
opinion.
on.
I don't
Now,
know. The older I get, I think about these things. Like a lot of things are common sense. People just don't use it.
They
I
lack
respect
it.
it. I'm just playing, you know, I'm just like pushing.
Of course,
Like,
I know how you do.
now, let's see how you really feel though. All right, so that's a good one. So we have another question here for the men. Would you date a woman that previously dated a woman? You know? And then we can flip it for the women as well. But we'll throw it over to the guys
Would you
first.
date a woman who previously dated a woman?
Mhm.
And so she told me that she dated a woman.
Yeah, or maybe you found out on her Facebook. You was looking through the pictures or something.
I
No.
mean, I got female. I mean, I got you know what? It's hard to. I don't know what to say because like I got a girl that I was cool with that I dated at one point, and she liked girls at that time too. So it's kind of like
You'll be start thinking about menages, right?
Why not?
I mean, like I said, just me thinking about it, I'm
No,
like,
mommy, yo.
it ain't as amazing as people might think. I've been involved in that circle when I was a young buck, when I was a young whippersnapper. It ain't as amazing as you think it is.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just got bored afterwards. I was like, this is stupid. We went home. And I left.
Okay. What about you, Brandon? You do you mess with chicks that mess with chicks? I feel like that was in a rap song, but I can't remember.
It's an
I
every
like
song.
girls who like girls.
Yeah. Yep.
So, all right, I think it's degrees when it comes to this because a
Okay.
lot of girls act like they like girls, but they really faking. It's just like a facade. So, like, I've dealt with a girl who experimented with girls, and then I've dealt with a straight up lesbian, and so they're two different things. But the girl who was a lesbian, I'm not gonna lie, she was probably the most attractive girl I ever talked to in my entire life.
Like physically
But
or her aura?
it was just, I remember one day I was talking to my man, one of my right hand men, my man in LA. No, she was fine. Like she was
Okay.
like beautifully. I'm talking, look at her, drop dead gorgeous. But like it was kind of weird though, cause like she didn't tell me she was a lesbian until like later, and I kind of figured she was, and I was talking to one of my friends about it, and I just kind of felt weird. I was like, bro, you don't think it's wrong that she got a whole girlfriend? And she was like, bro, you sound stupid. And he said I sounded stupid. But I don't know. I just kind of felt weird about it, and I messed with her a little bit, but like I never really get anywhere, and I don't really think she wanted to really take it there with me. So not really. Nah, I don't think that would like be a fetish of mine.
Okay. So Brittany, you gave me that question. Do you want to elaborate more? Did they answer it pretty good? Like
Yeah, they answered it for the most part. Yeah, they were be okay with it pretty much. Yeah,
okay.
but I want y'all to answer it. Would y'all date men that have dated men?
Oh snap!
Whew,
Girl,
I know,
excuse
right?
me.
I'm like,
Hell
dang.
no. What the hell?
No. What about you, Sequetta? Come on.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. I pray that that's not my portion or anything, you know, because at the same time, I do believe that God can deliver. Just like, you know, everybody can, not on some I'm not gay no more type time, not like that, because I feel like God probably still working on it, that man's heart.
Uh,
So not to that extreme, but then it's almost like if I say I would like date a person that was an ex-con or whatever, like I don't know. It's like I'm trying to make sure I'm not being biased or it's weird. Like, cause I'm trying to make sure
So
my
you'll be
single
open. So you'll be open to it.
I wouldn't be open. It's like I'm not signing up on that list. Like I don't want to put my name on that list. But at the same time, I'm just like, okay, am I being like discriminated? I don't know.
It's case by case. Case by case.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I feel like it's case by case for me. I mean, I wouldn't totally rule out a guy. If you come to me and you be honest, and I ain't got to find out, and you say, hey, I used to be this way or whatever. I mean, I like men. I can't blame you for liking. I mean, I love men. So it'd be case by case for me too. But will I marry one? I don't know if I'll marry one, but I'm not gonna marry a man like that. But when I was in my 20s, sure, but probably not now though.
Because nowadays it's very, very like you know what? When I was watching that show, The Upshaws or something, the first episode, and the girl found out that she they went to their high school reunion, and the guy was afraid to go because now he's gay and he was going to see his ex-girlfriend, and then he was just like, she was like, it's okay, it's cool, like we all probably been with somebody that was like gay before, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't know, it was a little traumatizing to think, like no judgment or nothing, but I'm like,
a lot of bi guys.
oh my gosh,
yeah.
We will never know for real.
Yeah,
I mean,
but it was the fact that I seen that on TV. Yeah,
you have to respect the man that's willing to admit it, though.
Right.
It's a certain type of respect level I'm willing to give a man that'll come out and say, hey, I mean, I just have the utmost respect, because that's the scary thing to say.
Yes, in this climate, it is. All right, so we have one more man question, and then we have one both sexist question. Oh, go ahead. You were saying something, Brandon?
I was going to say I dated a girl, her best friend dated a dude, and I was going to say I dated a girl, and her best friend was with a dude who was gay, and I'm not going to lie, the girl looked better than my girlfriend at the time, and I couldn't believe, I didn't know he was gay when I met the dude, but like he came around, his mannerisms was real weird, and then when we was leaving, I went to dap him up, and he gave me a hug, like, and I threw me off, and she basically told me like he used to be gay, and they ended up getting married, and she was fine. I'm not going to lie to you. She was like that. She looked, I'm not going to lie, she looked better than my girlfriend, and I couldn't believe it, but, I guess that's a real thing.
Now, I feel like that's not what I'm going to do either. Not to say that's what, the girl did, but I feel like I don't care if I have to, like, be a cat lady. I'm not going to knowingly know that you are, like, gay or something like that and marry you just to say I got a man. Like, I'm not going to do that either. I'll live my best single auntie life and be good. You know what I mean? So, but I'm going to read this comment from Trill, and then I'm going to ask our last question to the guys. So she said, love to all. I believe God created them male and female. Me too, girl. If they are new in Christ and are new and are over that, the past is the past. I just want the man God has for me.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God doesn't make all things new. Because, you think about the things you used to do and stuff like that. It's just like, I'm not that person no more. So don't judge me. But
I'm not judging, but I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it.
I'm
not willingly doing it.
Right. None of us, it's not something I would want to sign up for either, but case by case, like we said. So men, guys, yes. If the girl you are dating, friend, comes on to you, how do you handle that situation? Do you tell your girlfriend what happened? Do you keep it to yourself and just, don't tell your girlfriend because you don't want to upset her? What are y'all doing in this situation? Please tell. Oh, Isaiah, you on mute if you talking.
If my girlfriend's friend was coming along to me,
what you doing? How you handle that?
I ain't gonna hold you. I'll probably tell her, keep it. I'm not even telling y'all to be. I'm like, I'll probably tell her. Honestly, personally, I'm just like, yo, what are you doing? Because I don't know, like, just me personally, like, I be thinking like, you don't have no comments. Like, for one, that's your friend. Two, you trying to come on to me, and that's your friend, and y'all supposed to be homies. I don't know. It's just like, nah, bro.
Mm-hmm. But how do you handle this situation? So she coming on to you, do you be like, what do you do?
I was like, yo, relax.
Okay.
I'm just nonchalant. Like, what do you do? Like, do you feel like this is a smart choice on your life? Do you feel like this is a smart life choice that you're about to make? Mm-hmm. She's like, no, it's not. Well, you shouldn't do it. What do God think about what you're doing?
But what is she like? You just so fine, though. I can't. Oh, let's talk about God. In the Bible, remember how Potiphar's wife was all on Joseph and was just like, lay with me. And you know what I mean? And he was like, I can't do this to my master. Like, he gave me everything but you. So what do you, are you?
He
what
ran out of there. He ran.
Same twist. Roll.
Yeah, he did. I was just wondering how you handle that.
I look at
Are you telling your girlfriend?
You get all the good. Like it's like real life. Like you got all the positive stuff happening in your life. Somebody come in your life and try to draw and mess it up, and you got a choice. You can snap back to the old you and lose everything, or stay pure to what you going through, and you know what I'm saying, and be right. Mm-hmm. You choose it. I'm cool. I'm at. You know what I'm saying.
Are you telling your girlfriend though? Are you gonna tell her after you deny her?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell her. Yeah, I would. I would expect my lady to say, "Yo, listen, homie came at me." I would expect you feel me? That's what I'm saying. Like, if you my girl and we've been together for a long while and you know me like that, then you have the same respect for me. Now, if I just met you and you ain't down to tell me, all right, I get it. But if we've been dating for 2, 3, 4 years, hey, yo, babe, shorty tripping. Oh, relax. What she do? Oh, she did this and this. You know. If that answers your question, Ms. Britt.
So, you know who I'm going to ask, because I feel like he actually has probably a real life example. Probably actually really happened to him. So, Brandon, what you doing in this situation? And has this ever happened to you? I'll be telling you, Brandon got some wild stories, y'all.
I'm listening, Brandon.
I don't know. I feel like
all right. So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like women a lot. You know what I'm saying? I like women a lot. Like, and there's levels to women. Like, there's some women like that certain dudes don't get certain access to. So it depends for real. Like, one of my girlfriends used to be in a sorority, and they hang out with their sorors and stuff. And I remember she took me out to a club, and her friend was like hosting a club, I think. And basically, long story short, like we hung out there and we left, and she was acting real wild. Like she was basically throwing herself at me in front of my girl, and it was crazy. And I ain't do nothing because I didn't find her more attractive than my girl. But I mean, I would like to say I wouldn't, but then like you never know. You can be in some wild situations, man. And certain women know how to turn men on more than other women. So I would just try to keep myself in those situations, for sure. But I can't say like, I would always do it. I did in that case, but I'm not going to sit here and say like I'm always every time. Like, hopefully I would catch on certain things and wouldn't really, put in a situation like that. So.
Mm-hmm. So pretty much your girlfriend needs to have ugly friends, and they better not look better than her.
Oh dang! What was a lost service?
That sounds like what you were saying, though.
Right. Oh man, I wish you could see what Destiny said. Brandon risking it all. I know, right? He did sound like he about to like. But I don't know, like for us ladies, don't you feel like I don't like the people that my friends be with. Like if he like you, I don't know, you're not cute no more. Like I don't know, I'm just not. I don't see it for you anymore. It reminds me of, remember when we were growing up, when like they lied to us and told us like B2K and Bow Wow and all them was single, And then once we got older, they talked about, oh no, we had girlfriends and stuff.
Yeah.
It's because they know that once they're in a relationship, that like that thing that appeals to they look, you know what I mean? Some women just not a thing. So that's why I feel like I really couldn't like the person like my friend is with, because it's just like you're with somebody. I don't know. That's just yeah. I hope that makes sense, but
A
I just
lot
feel
of
like a
people,
guy isn't attractive anymore once he's like in a serious relationship. Like, yeah. But go ahead.
a lot of people not your friends.
Yeah.
And no, definitely.
Yeah.
It's just like a person. She
Mhm.
was like, yeah, I ain't like his girlfriend. So I slept with him, right? He ended up getting pregnant, but it wasn't his girlfriend. It was his best friend. She was like, yeah, joke's on me. It sure is.
Mm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Sure is.
Enough, honey. Mm-mm.
So True says like we all need to fast and pray so we do not fall into. Brandon needs to see this. No, I'm just playing. When he
Facts.
come back in, I'm gonna put it back up here.
Keep that up there.
Oh,
So
I'm
she
about
said,
to say he was on
yeah,
here.
yeah. He was. I think he had like service issues, but True said it's about integrity. Correct, Kanisha. Yeah, it is. It is.
Yes,
It is.
definitely.
Dang, he needs to come back on so I can like see my last final question, because this one came from Isaiah and I really think it's a good one. And he actually got video evidence to go with it or whatever. So,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna pull
Oh
it up. I
my.
got the meme for that. I got the meme for that, guys.
Oh my God.
But this was the question. Why do people think the grass is greener on the other side? So he wanted to know like why do we pass up good men and women? But you know, he was asking from his male perspective. So why do women pass up good men? And I have a video that goes with it. So I'll get your thoughts on it and we'll wrap it up for the rest of the night. I don't know if I should wait for Brandon or not though. Let's see if he comes back on.
I'm geeky too funny.
Yes, y'all comments are the best. So
They
how
really
was this, guys? Y'all like this? Like, you know,
I
how
loved
did
it.
it how
I
did
liked
it?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
We
enjoyed it. It was nice.
we should do a part 2. And just send me your questions and we'll talk about it. And I
We
have
didn't
like
bring
some
out the
other
gloves or
friends too.
nothing.
We'll say it
Mhm.
again.
I said nobody had to bring out the gloves or nothing.
Right. Like, okay.
Mhm.
I don't
Let
be
me get
wanting
this
no
video
trouble. I
ready.
be trying to stay out of it.
Let me get this video ready. And then Isaiah can also like, explain why he what brought this video up. I'm gonna go ahead and play it. If I had to sum it up for Brandon, I will. Let's see. Okay, share. Oh my gosh, is it blinking for y'all? Wait,
Yeah.
let me do it again. That's weird. All right, one more time. Okay. Y'all can see my screen?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. I'm about to play this video.
I can't be the only one with this kind of story. About 2 years ago, I was in a relationship with a man. And he was about 40. I was about, 25, 27, something like that. But he was willing to invest in me physically, financially, emotionally, religiously, like all aspects. He wanted to make me a better woman for him. Well, he boosted my self-esteem and my well-being so much that I thought that I could do better than him. And now fast forward, I am now post dealing with a narcissist. I now understand that not all men have your best intention at heart. Not all men will invest in you, and not all men will uplift you. So when you get the opportunity to date such a man, do not let it go. So y'all, this video is y'all.
And you know, I seen a lot of y'all women sharing it, a lot of y'all women in the comments talking about, damn girl, I feel you so much. I already know a lot of y'all do. Because this shit right here ain't nothing new. This shit happens all the motherfucking time.
Ooh,
And
language.
me, as a guy, I don't understand how the hell do people always just carry it like, oh, I thought I can do something better. I can do better. No, you can't. It's not that many good people out here. There ain't really gonna be too many men out here that's really about to influence you. Really about to try and make you the best woman that you can. Too many men doing that. So when you get that man, you might want to keep him. You might want to keep him. Ain't too many doing that. You're gonna have them that, oh, they're gonna pay for a couple things. They'll buy you a couple stuff. They'll do certain shit for you. But just because they doing all that, that don't mean that they really doing what's best for you. So I don't really understand. See, and then, you know, now she's understanding that. But I don't understand what really made her feel like, you know, just like thinking about it just got me confused while I'm. Let's talk, y'all. Let's talk.
I can't be the only one with this kind of story.
All right, guys. What did y'all think about that video?
I got the perfect answer.
Uh-huh.
The lack of experience. I think the lack of experience. I feel like if a woman don't have, like, if you in your first relationship, you don't really have nothing to compare to. You get what I'm saying? Like, even I have experiences where, you know, I've had a good guy, but you don't realize he's a good guy until you've had a bad one. You get what I'm saying? So you always think you will find better. Like, is this it? I mean, it's just a lack of experience. When you experience a bad guy, then you appreciate the good one. But
okay, I feel like I didn't like the video. I didn't like what she was saying, really, and I really didn't like what he said either, because it's just like, okay, like, so what? She didn't. We all do that. I don't know. We all will try to think that we get better, and that's okay. Just like if somebody thinks that they can do better than me, be my guest. I want you to. I'm not going to ask no questions. I'm not going to, you know, try to like change your mind. Do you? Because that means I can do better too. We're, you know, keeping the same energy. So I just didn't like it. It was like very like, I felt like he was saying kind of in a way. It just gave me like, and that's what you get. And what you mean you didn't know that another, like you said, you just sometimes you just don't know. Like, so who are you to like, you know, he probably like upgraded or thought like another girl was better too. So I just didn't like it. But Isaiah, you gave me this video, so what's your thoughts on it?
Why do you think you Chris? Because they always, I guess people always want to see what's out there. And then when you get there, you like, well, this sucks. It's like temptation to me. I guess temptation to certain people, it's like, let me see what this girl is hitting for. And then you get her, she look good, and then you find out she a nutcase. I'm like, I could have stayed over here and dealt with this. So I guess that's the answer.
Okay.
My opinion, you know, a lot of people pass some good people. Hey, Brandon, you left, y'all.
I know, bro. I got the worst type of internet service up here. My bad.
Well, we wanted to read you the comments that people said about you when you was talking about like,
I'm risking it all.
The girl.
That's crazy.
And then True said, and she said, like we all need to fast and pray.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think that comment was for Brandon. It's like, no, I'm playing.
And get ugly friends. Get ugly friends too. Add that on there.
So Destiny said, I'm trying to show her comment. I don't know why it's not working. Okay. So he said, let me see if I can pull it up again. Okay, here we go. She said the grass looks greener on the other side because it's fake. If you feel like the grass is greener, then I want you to go experience it. You know what I mean? If you think you can get better, go find out. Like, I'll help you with your bags and you can go. But I'm not gonna up here and be like, I'm the better choice. Pick me. Why aren't you leaving me? I don't know. That's just kind of, I don't know. That's the vibe I was getting from it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I never
I mean,
had.
Okay.
maybe it sounds like that. I was just trying to be honest. I mean, I've been in some wild situations. I've never like cheated on a girl with like her friends, like, or anything like that. But I've been in some wild situations. But it's like one of those things saying like, what if like somebody like pulled up on you? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do when somebody got that in your face? A lot of people would say, I'm gonna do this and this, but you never know unless you've been in that position. Like, so that's just what I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to come off like I'm out here, I'm just being very unbiased and just, being as honest as possible.
Oh, we love the honesty. You know what I mean? That's why you were one of my get. Like I said, oh no, Brandon's gonna give it the real. You know what I mean? So we respect it. We just funning. But so you were talking about the whole like girlfriend situation. We kind of switched
Mhm.
gears and we were just okay. So Isaiah asked. Oh no, not this. Isaiah asked like, why do women feel like the grass is greener on the other side? And why do like people sometimes pass up like a good why do women sometimes pass up a good man? And we just watched the video where this girl was saying, oh, I stopped dating this one guy for another guy because I thought the other guy was going to treat me better, but he didn't, and blah blah blah. And now it was this guy doing commentary on her video saying, well, what did you think? This is what happens. Like, he was just giving like very judgy vibes. Like, okay,
Yeah.
so what? She wanted to see what else was out there. It's almost like
Lesson
if I'm
learned.
working a job and I feel like I can get a better deal or more money somewhere else, am I not allowed to like go to another job if I feel like I can get something better? So I feel like if she felt that way or if somebody is with me and they feel that way, be my guest.
Mhm.
Do you
But
know what I
part of
mean?
you, but
Go
part of
ahead.
you not gonna feel like, because for me, when an ex feel like, because I can tell like when we break up and you feel like you're gonna find better, then when you come back to me months later, you don't have that energy to be like, ha ha, too late. That's what you get. That's the energy. I mean, I know I'm like that. Okay, leave you on red,
Yeah,
honey.
Yeah, and I get that
exactly.
too. Like, yeah, but at the same time, it's just like I can't even like you no more. You don't like me. You know what I
Period.
mean?
But it feel good
Right.
though. That ego feel good.
Or yeah, I feel like a lot of different ways about it. But I'm about to read some more comments. So True said, I think he was very hurt. I think experience is important in being taught how to have proper relationships. Yeah, sometimes I just feel like you don't know what you don't know until you actually experience it.
Yeah.
I'll help you with
Mhm.
your bags. You
Experience
can go.
is a horrible teacher.
But I feel like it's the best teacher. Like nobody can tell you
It's
nothing
not.
when
Yeah.
you experience it. You
They
know what I
can't tell
mean?
you, honey.
Mhm. That is true. I've learned to never say what I would or would not do under the right or wrong circumstances. If we are at a weak point, we can do anything. Yes. So there you go, Brandon. True. Agree with you. You know what I mean? Like you really don't know what may happen, in a situation until you're actually in it. Let's see. Maybe he did not know how to make her feel, so she was truly valued. That could be why she looked elsewhere. That's true. We never knew what. Okay, yeah, that guy could have been a good guy, but maybe he didn't like fulfill all her needs, or all. Maybe he didn't speak her love language. So maybe that's why she felt like she needed to go and find something better. Because that's a good point too. Like if all your needs are being met, why would you want to go and see if something else out there is better, right? Like, right? But no, I don't know because they don't think
I
about
mean, but there's
Martez.
always going to be something. There's always going to be something that's better.
Hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah. Definitely. Even no matter
So
how
that's
perfect or
just,
how good you are.
yeah, it's always been like that. Like,
Yeah. And some people might want to go find, even no matter how special you are, it's just how it is.
And that's what I'm saying. I feel like that was that girl's choice to go out and find something else. You know what I mean? But I feel like he shouldn't say like,
I mean, but she regretted that choice though, and that's why he had that energy. I mean, she didn't say I went to find something better and he was so much better. I enjoyed it. She said I went to find something better and to find out pretty much like I forgot who put it that the grass was fake. So I mean, she have egg on her face. I mean, that's what you get.
But I feel like, all right, we all be taking L's. Like, yeah, we maybe should have been with that person. But the fact, if I thought I could do better than you, then I don't know. I don't
Then
know.
go do better. Don't come back to me though. Just stay calm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
you
And she
always
never
have
said
the
she went
strength
back
to
there.
leave.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
You
What
always
you
have
say,
the strength to
Kanisha?
leave. Some people can't go back. You know, some people can go back. Some people can't go back. My whole thing is, if you think the grass is greener on the other side, like you said, go ahead, bye.
Mhm.
I won't have a
Mhm.
problem with you, and I won't have a problem with that woman. My
Mhm.
only problem has ever been in you calling yourself leaving and then you coming back. Then that's when I have a problem with both of y'all because you wanted them be able to keep him away from me. Don't
Period.
come back here because then
Period.
we're gonna have a problem. Seriously,
Don't bother me.
Mm-hmm. You're
really
right. If
don't.
you don't want
I
me,
don't
then
care what
don't
you do.
talk to me.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead
free
and
yourself,
free
your mama, your
yourself.
grandmama, everybody.
And
Yeah.
that's my problem too. So we got men on the line. Can y'all explain why men do that? Why do y'all go off? Then y'all want to just come on back later. I want to know that answer. I want to know that
I'm
answer
a
because
hurt
this
your
happens too
feelings.
often.
Uh,
Leave you on red, honey. You hear?
Okay,
Why we come back
and
crawling?
here go Brandon.
Why y'all?
losing
Why y'all come back?
yeah.
Isaiah? Like, why do men leave? Because they think they're gonna find something better. Because we gave you our opinion, but then you find out it's not. And then you want to come back to us. Why?
Why do y'all accept us back?
Nobody's
No,
accepting anybody back. You
nobody
just
really
gotta
accepts
hear
them
that.
back. But why do you think you can come back?
You know what?
That's that
I
pride
think
and that ego.
Because that should be common sense. You've been talking about common sense. So common sense should say, if I left you alone when I thought I could find something better, common sense should say, let me leave her alone because she ain't gonna take me back.
yeah, that is, I can't argue there. You are correct.
Because if you keep on messing around, you ain't gonna have nobody. You're gonna be in the corner crying.
Yeah,
So at this point, I said, leave me alone. You know, leave me
right.
alone.
And we still come crawling back, huh?
Still.
Well, maybe
Yeah, leave me
Isaiah never
alone.
went back to his ex. Maybe Isaiah never been. I'm gonna ask Brandon. Brandon said he gotta like hook up his laptop, so I'm gonna ask him. But
I ain't never really went back. Probably because my
yeah,
anxiety is bad and I be stressed out fast. I'm like, I'm not
I
about to go back
said you
there.
were so funny.
I'm just like, I'm gonna die talking to you.
He
You
sound
do-
like Kevin Hart.
Everybody say I do. It's fine. I'm not mad about it.
You do.
Oh
I'm
my-
gonna die talking to you. I ain't gonna keep talking to you. So I don't know. Have you ever went back to a guy when you knew he wasn't no good for you?
Yeah. Guilty. Guilty.
No,
So here's the question: why?
I'm not doing it.
I don't know. I mean, I believe in second chances. I don't believe in third and fifth since, but I take them back because I
Girl,
feel okay. Maybe he changed.
1,570
Well, that's okay.
days.
So that's probably why most guys do that for some women then too.
Because they feel like maybe the woman has changed.
Some, I guess, to be honest, I think it's gonna sound crazy, but I low key think it's like a sex thing too. Like, let's be real. Like, we adults, like the women can get real wild in the
Mhm.
bedroom,
Mhm.
and we like, all right, we might treat her wrong, but we don't want no guy getting what she giving out. So
Mhm.
it's like, let's keep her on the leash, because let's be real. If you notice, when we take women back, what happens? We smash, then we argue again. We do the
Mhm.
same cycle. So I ain't gonna lie, sex is a 30 to 40% part of why we coming back. The other
Now,
60 is
that.
like you ain't going nowhere.
I
now
can
you
believe that.
thinking
Okay.
something because I heard that's
Baby.
why Ti be going crazy over Tiny. They
Mhm.
said like they
She
said
like
Ti
4'9", so you know that thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
she what for? Oh, you
Right.
said something about like no. I heard someone say that he said that she's the freakiest woman he ever been with.
Yeah, he have said something like that.
But he
Mhm.
still cheated though.
But it's like Isaiah said, he don't want nobody else to have her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of
Yeah,
that.
but somebody else can have you. That's just the crazy part.
Yeah.
They have somebody else together. Allegedly.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And you gotta think how T.I. say that's the freakiest chick he been with. That's him. That's basically saying, yo, there's no other girl out here or woman that's going to do what you doing.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna find that.
So why you cheat? Why cheat?
I mean, like I said, I don't know their relationship, but let's just assume, for the sake of this conversation, let's just say that he is only with her for the sexual aspect.
Mhm.
Then it's like, okay, after the sexual aspect is over with, what do I need you for? I need somebody else for a
So
mental.
what did he
You know what I'm
want
saying?
from?
I get that.
And that's just like my opinion. That's how I look at things. Because I think that's how I look at things in general. Because a lot of people live this life where it's like, yo, we ain't gonna know what's what. But once you find that one person that has the sexual aspect and the mental aspect and the all that, you cool. Because this gonna sound, I don't want to talk too much, but this gonna sound crazy. Being sexually attracted, being physically attracted, and being mentally attracted to someone are three different things, and a lot of people don't know that.
Mhm.
I could be sexually attracted to a girl and I just have sex with her, but don't have a conversation with her. Don't look at her body, but I just know she's good at what she do at that time.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I know these things. I'm an old man.
You keep
I
saying
get-
you
I
old.
get
You just
Okay.
I'm 31.
Okay, so say you find that in somebody else, but it's not in your partner. Then what?
You said what?
You find all of those things in someone else, but it's not with who you're with.
Then eventually you're gonna be like, this is. Eventually you're gonna say this ain't right. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. I found a
You
lot
want
of
your
that stuff.
cake.
Huh?
You want your cake and you want to eat it too. See,
Yeah.
you have somebody that fulfills you and everything that you want, every aspect that you're talking about. But then you have somebody else that you're with and they don't do that for you.
I can give you a perfect example.
You're being
Baby Boy.
that's selfishness.
We all seen the movie Baby Boy. It's the same thing. How the
Oh
boys when
no, not with
how the he came down and said he said why you lie to me? Because I love you. I mess with them girls from time to time. I don't know why I just do it. But he
Ooh,
coming back to the event all the time. I'm just like
somebody should
that's
get
basically
tired.
how life is being lived right now. Like you going out there stepping on your lady,
Yeah.
you messing around with Shorty, she the nastiest thing in the world, but you come home cuddling and crying to your chick. Why would you just turn your girl into the quote unquote nasty chick that you want her to be?
she ain't gonna do it.
Exactly.
She ain't gonna do it.
And I think like y'all was saying, I think that's why a lot of women, not saying y'all, but most women are insecure, like, dang, like I can't please my man in this department, so maybe he'll leave. Know what I'm saying? Versus like us guys, I can't please my lady in this department. I don't care. As long as I get my little 1-2, I'm cool. And that's weird, but it's a fact though. And I never understood that.
Horrible.
That's what I'm saying though. Because as a man, it's literally like as long as we get our 1-2, we good. See, y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a whole list of things y'all got when it comes to that. Us, we just need 5 to 6 and we out. Not me, but I'm just saying the other individuals in America. You know what I'm saying? So
No, it's true. It's weird because it's like, you know how the Bible say the woman is a weaker vessel, but I feel like sometimes men act like they are because like it's a lot of times women needs aren't met in relationships, but they're not stepping out. But you know, a woman could drop the ball in one area and here they go. About to, you know what I mean? And it's just not right. Like, come on now. Like a lot of the times women go without. I got that from watching Fatal Attraction. I was reading the comments on YouTube, and it was like, "Come on now, like that." It's pretty. Men sometimes don't step it up, but women don't usually like step out because they don't. So I just like it's a double standard. It's not fair. Like sometimes a woman, no one's going to be able to fulfill you all the way. And maybe that's on purpose. Maybe God designed us in that way so we can be filled up all the way through Him. You know what I mean? Because we're all just people at the end of the day. Like, yeah, maybe God does that so we don't make no one out to be an idol. You know what? Maybe everybody, the person cannot be your everything. No one should be your Jesus. No one but Jesus. Okay. So,
Very true.
and I just feel like people got to realize that, but especially men. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna be real with you. This gonna sound crazy. Men might hate me for saying this, but we're weak for the right woman. Trust me. How they had that statement where it
Yeah.
said, where they had that said 6 months to a year, we know who we want to marry. I'm telling you, trust me, we do. Because you got to think about this. How y'all be posting, see these pictures where dudes be like married and they be saying these vows and they be crying and all that. It's a reason they do that. It ain't for no internet. It just happened to be shown on the internet. It's because they really feel like this. And a lot of women don't understand. Like most of them times, like I don't know how guys be crying and all that, but I think about it like if you're dealing with a woman and she's breaking you down and making you a better man. Like I got a song right in the beginning of it says, he's not gonna marry somebody he likes. Just because I like you don't mean I'm gonna marry you. That's exactly what the beginning of the song say. And it makes sense. Just because I like you don't mean I'm gonna marry you. Like if you breaking me down and making me a better man, and I know I can't find that portion nowhere else, and I'm comfortable in myself, yeah, I'm rocking with you. You know, but a lot of women don't get men to that point because we live in a society where it's like, yo, let's just run up the bag and let's do this. Like you gotta understand, we are adults now. Like how is God gonna feed our relationship? You know what I'm saying, like it can't be about just me and you anymore. Somebody got to be in the middle of it, and it can't be another person.
I feel like sometimes men can be weak. Sometimes men can be weak for the wrong woman too.
Facts of boy, let me tell you something.
Mhm.
Oh, you ain't lied. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
because the wrong woman can have you spending money that you could have been saving.
And they no good to you. Ain't no good, honey.
The right woman could have said, "Hey, babe, what are you doing? Save this money. We're not going out to Miami this weekend. We'll go 2 weekends from now. I don't even like Miami. Let's just save money." You know what I'm saying? That's what I like. Get me a woman that can save money, a frugal woman. That's what I want. I want to give me a woman that don't like spending money. Word, I'm telling you, get her little nails, she cool.
So y'all be weak for either or.
Yeah. People, I'm trying to tell you, don't let these dudes fool you. And Quentin know me for a while. Don't let these dudes fool you. They weak for real. Like a lot of dudes is weak for the right.
Oh, we know.
And a lot of and the thing is, me having this conversation and it's on live and all of that. A lot of dudes and a lot of people are like, "Oh, he's simping." It's not simping. Yo, it's only simping because y'all aren't comfortable in how to speak to people and women and just in general. If you be real, just this is an honest situation. A lot of people want. People watch Kevin Samuels all day. He don't be talking about nothing, but we're not gonna get into that.
We sure not.
We're not gonna get into what he talk about. But you got to think 90% of the world is toxic, so they gonna go after what he say.
Yeah.
Kind of nutty to me.
Yeah.
Because that's when the boxing.
And I feel like it's just a game because yeah, that'll be maybe next week's topic. But I feel like a lot of men be trying to teach these tactics online because they do know the strength and the influence of a woman. You know what I mean? So they're gonna try to teach men how to break a woman down to like, you know what I mean? So they don't really use their like influence on the man, you know, for good or because it is true, the right woman will make a guy weak, but I feel like in a good way, you know what I mean? Like the good ones. So I really think that they just be trying to like teach men so women don't use their power, you know what I mean? And just trying to make them feel like they're basic and we're no good and what does she bring to the table? It's just like, I don't know, when they talk like that, it's like, okay, so y'all just gonna want to be single by yourself because women is who are you going to be with then? If none of us is any good and none of us reach to that standard that y'all have in mind, then who are y'all going to be with? It's kind of scary.
That's a fact, though.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So I don't know if I don't think Brandon's probably going to be able to join us. So,
Mm-mm.
that was all the topics I had for tonight, guys. Like, if you guys want to do this again, send me questions. Y'all all can text me or whatever, or send me messages, and we can do this again because this was really, really fun. We had really good engagement as well. Thank you, True, for your comments. Like, girl, always coming with the good. Let me give a shout out to Destiny. Yes, yes, girl. Thanks for coming through. And let me see who else is in this chat. I got your old chat. So, yes, guys. So, again, thank you guys for another episode of Sis It's Just Not God's Best for You Self Actualize and Shine podcast show. This was our Super Soul guest panel, and we will be back again. All right. Talk to you guys later.